running.
There is blood, gore, hence violent news. Just want to make sure my audio is okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another tabletop adventure here at Digital Woods. Today we got a quick 500-point game between Mike and myself again, and it's going to be Thousand Suns versus
Genestealer Cult.
Mike's list is expanding slowly.
It's not just Necrons! There are other rules I can mess up.
Yes. So we're going to jump straight into our army intros and get to the game as quick as possible, so see you in a bit.
Alright, so here's going to be my 500 points of Genestealer Cult. I'll be running a patrol detachment for this one, and let's get right into it. So my Warlord is going to be my Patriarch with all of his standard kit, no real upgrades that he can take, or that I took on him. His Warlord trait is going to be Tenacious Survivor, and his psychic powers are going to be Smite and Mass Hypnosis. Next on down the character tree is going to be my Magus. He's going to be bringing an auto pistol, a force stave, and his psychic powers are going to be Smite and Might from Beyond. Next on the troops is going to be two nearly identical groups of 10 neophyte hybrids. They're all going to be carrying auto guns, auto pistols, and blasting charges, and one group out of the two is going to be carrying a seismic cannon. And lastly, I've got one group of 5 aberrants. The aberrant hypermorph in the group is going to be carrying a heavy improvised weapon and a hypermorph tail. The rest in the group are going to be carrying rending claws and power hammers. And that's my list.
Alright folks, this is going to be my 500-point patrol detachment of Thousand Suns. It is led by an exalted sorcerer who has himself for war gear an infernal bolt pistol and a power sword. For psychic powers, he has himself diabolical strength and gift of chaos. I know Gift of Chaos isn't that great, but I want to give it a try. And you'll have both the Warlord trait and the relic for this patrol detachment. The Warlord trait is going to be High Magister, and the relic is going to be Seer's Bane, a power sword upgrade. Moving on to the troop choices for this patrol, I have one 8-man squad of Rubric Marines. They have with them their Aspiring Sorcerer, and the Aspiring Sorcerer will know Temporal Manipulation for some wound regen. And they're all armed with Infernal Bolt Pistols, and the Aspiring Sorcerer has an Infernal Bolt Pistol, and its Force Stave. Moving on to my second troop, I have a 10-man squad of Chaos Cultists, one of which is going to have a Heavy Stubber, and the rest are going to have auto guns. And for my final choice for the patrol detachment, I have one elite choice of a Hellbrute, and it will have its Hellbrute Fist, a Power Scourge, and a Heavy Flamer. And that is 500 points of Thousand Sun Patrol. Alright, and here we are deployed for, I think it's called the No Mercy game. Just basically kill the other side, the mission with a 500-point game. It's what we usually run.
Yeah.
Mike won the role for choosing deployment sides. I finished deploying first. So, yeah. Most of Mike's actual good units are in reserve.
Yes,
Patriarch
they're hidden in the shadows.
Patriarch and Aberrants. So, I guess we should roll off to see who gets to go first now.
Agreed.
So I say that mostly to the wall over there as I grab dice. Yeah,
well, you get the +1, so.
And yes, I would like to go first. Do you seize the initiative?
Do I? No. That was quite an amazing amount of 2 right there.
Yes. So it's going to be Thousand Suns, turn 1. Alright, turn 1 for the Thousand Suns. I'm actually not going to bother to move anything or cast any psychic powers. Mike is out of range for any of his attacks to land on his turn. And that's just going to be one free round of me firing a Heavy Stubber into one of his cultist squads. And since he can't Deep Strike turn 1, I'm not worried about anything arriving, so I don't need to pop any of my melee related psychic powers or heal any units, or really even spread out this turn. So I'll keep nice and safe and fire my Heavy Stubber to Mike's cultist squad with his special weapon. So 3 shots hitting on 4s, we're rolling 1s because of the nearby sorcerer. 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. Successfully wound.
No AP?
No AP, but cultists only have a 6 up, so.
Yeah. Check the rules. It is, in fact, a 5 up. So, 1 5 up. Got it.
Okay, so quick, easy turn for 1,000 Suns. On to your first turn.
All right. All right, for Genestealer Cult turn 1, I just had everyone advance, getting a 2 extra inches here, 6 extra inches here, and 2 extra inches with the Magus. Because everyone advanced, I'm not going to be shooting this turn. Plus, only those 3 are in range, but they have got rapid fire, so I wouldn't be able to shoot anyway. And my psychic phase doesn't really matter because I've only got smite and a buff for melee, so I won't be casting anything there. So I am also done turn 1.
You did slightly more than me.
I did slightly more than you. Alright, so on to 1,000 Suns turn 2.
Alright, on to turn 2 for the 1,000 Suns. Kind of shifted a little forward, getting some more guns in range, and just to be within range of 24 for a long-range smite onto Mike's furthest out squad. Yeah, and everything else kind of stayed put in the back line a little bit. So on to Psychic Phase, in which case my HQ is going to start off by doing Diabolical Strength on himself, which he gets. And then he's going to go ahead and smite Mike's Neophytes. With the +1, that is still not enough. That's my Psychic Phase. On to shooting. I'm going to start off with these 4 Inferno Bolt Guns going into Mike's Neophytes right there.
Alright.
So 4 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because the Exalted Sorcerer nearby. 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. All wound. And that's going to be 3 dead cultists, AP -2.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely 3 dead cultists.
Next up is going to be my Chaos Cultists. There are 5 that are in range with their auto guns, so starting with them. Hitting on 4s, we're rolling 1s. For 4 hits, 5 hits. Strength 4 versus Tough 4 on Mike's Neophytes, so wounding on 4s.
Tough 3.
Tough 3, yes. That's what I meant. So, 2 wounds. No AP on an auto gun.
2 5-ups. Made both.
3 shots from the Heavy Stubber that did not move, hitting on 4s. No hits.
Alright.
I'm pretty sure you need a morale on them. Unless you have some sort of special rule that allows them to pass when they're nearby a Magus.
Let me check that. Alright, so looks like I need a leadership for this group of Neophyte hybrids. So, if I get a 6, 1 flees. That's a 4, I'm fine.
Okay. And it's because their sergeant equivalent is...
Yeah, it's leadership 8 right there. Alright, so that would be up onto Genestealer turn 2 then.
Yep.
Alright, for Genestealer Cult turn 2. No advances made this turn. Had this group of Neophyte hybrids just kind of move up and take the hill. This group did the same, not getting quite enough to get everyone up on the hill, and the Magus moved up with the group. That out of the way, on to Cult Ambush, which I'm going to be bringing the Patriarch and the Aberrants in together. And I'm going to be spending 1 command point to roll 2 dice and getting to pick the result for the Cult Ambush roll. Which I got a 2 and a 1.
I think you
which I might spend another command point to re-roll one of these.
Fair enough. I recommend you reroll the 1. Yeah.
Yes. So
2 and a 2. Well,
2 and a 2. Well, my choices are quite varied. I think I'll choose 2. Alright, so a 2 is going to be encircling the foe, which basically means that I pick 2 table edges, aka 1 and 2. And then Tom, or, because we've kind of determined it doesn't really matter because it's a 50-50 chance anyway, and no matter what the choice is, I will be deploying in the same spot. I would roll a dice to determine which side I would deploy on, but either way, I'm deploying here.
Alright, so here is my the result of my cult ambush. They're all just kind of neatly tucked in this corner, all 9 inches away from the this one guard. Oh, not guard, sorry, cultist. He's a cultist. And 6 inches from this, within 6 inches of that table edge, getting ready for a good charging. Outside of that, moving on to Psychic Phase, where I think he'll go first. So for his psychic power, he's going to be casting Mass Hypnosis on this group of cultists here. It's a Warp Charge 7. Hope I get it. Yes! It is exactly 7. Would you like to deny?
Yes. Got an 8.
You got an 8.
Technically a 9, because I got +1 to all psychic tests.
Yes. Alright, well, poop. I've yet to be able to cast that successfully. Alright, in that case that's it for Psychic Phase, because he's way too far away to do anything, and I think he only gets to shoot off 1 psychic power, but let me double check that.
He only gets 1, but if you had familiars, you could burn it for more.
True, you are correct. Alright, and I don't have any familiars on him, so that's it for that. On to shooting. So starting off with this group here, with all of the auto guns going into the rubrics here. I know they've got like a 1-up at this point now, because cover and all is dust. But I kind of have like messed myself up, and I don't want him to take away this one cultist for the long ball charge anyway, making it an impossible charge.
Yep.
So everything is going into the rubrics. So 9 shots hitting on 4s. That's 3. And then wounding on 5s. None. I've got 4 shots coming from this guy going into the rubric as well. Hitting on 5s, because it's a heavy and he moved, with a seismic cannon. 1 hit. And wounding on 5s, because it's strength 3.
Yeah.
No. Then I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys over there. So 6 shots with auto guns. The 7th one is just behind a hill, so he can't draw a line of sight. 6 shots going into the Rubric Marines, hitting on 4s.
That's pretty good.
That's a lot better. Now, if only I can do that with wounding. And wounding on 5s. 2. Which is better than 0.
2 2-ups.
You made it.
Yeah.
Well, that was about as effective as I thought it was going to be. And then all that's left is to declare charges. So I'm going to be declaring the Aberrants first into this guy right here, and then the, if there's room, the Patriarch into the same.
Okay.
Your Overwatch.
Pretty sure he's in rapid fire, but these 3 are not.
Okay.
And those are going to be the only ones that can see. So 5 shots, hitting on 6s. Hey, 2 hits. Good job, guys. Get back here. Wounding on 5s. Hey, 1 wound.
5 up for Aberrants. No.
And then they get a 5-up feel no pain.
Yes. No.
Hey, 1 wound.
Yeah, I'll put it on this dude. And then my 11-inch charge with the 9 inches and then the 2 inches up. So.
Got a 10.
Well, that's
I would say that's cocked.
that's cocked. But either way, I got a 5. So, on to Chaos turn 3.
Alright, and this is the movement for turn 3, I think.
Yep,
For
turn 3.
Thousand Suns. Basically everything's shifted back. Helbert stayed put to get into as many shots as possible down into Mike's actual true part of his army.
Yes. Which will soon not be a part of my army.
So, let's go ahead and start off with Psychic Powers. I'm going to go ahead and lead off with a Smite.
Alright.
Coming from my Exalted.
Yes, this dude.
Well, I got a total of a 6. Do you want to attempt to deny?
What other psychic powers are you planning to...
Diabolical Strength and a second smite. But the second smite's going to be coming from the Babu Psyker.
Okay. And that's just a D3 anyway, for the one that you just cast. So, I think I might wait for the Diabolical Strength.
Okay.
Because you could get just like a 1 for this.
True. Reminder that this guy does have 1 wound on him.
Yes.
So D3 number of wounds then is 1, so it can kill it. You 5 up, feel no pain.
5 up. No. No.
Does take that dude out then.
Alright.
Alright, and next up, this little guy's going to go ahead and do his little smite next. Okay. You don't want to deny that, right?
No.
Okay. So that's 1 mortal wound on your dudes.
Alright, just going in line. This guy next.
Your 5 up, feel no pain.
Yep.
Nope. So 1 damage.
Another 4.
And then the last thing he's going to do is put Diabolical Strength on the Hellbrute.
Alright.
And he gets an 11.
Oh, well.
Plus the one that's 12, you literally cannot deny
Damn it! God damn it. I had to wait, didn't I?
it. Yeah.
That's... You!
Alright, so that's it for the Psychic phase. So I'm going to go ahead and start on the Shooting phase, where I'm going to start off by having the Cultist Blob here fire down. There are 5 that are in rapid fire plus 2 extra, so a total of 12 shots.
Alright.
So the Cultist firing down, there are 12 shots, hitting on... Oh, before I do that, declaring the rest of the shots, the 2 from this are going to fire into that squad, and the 3 from that are shooting into that squad.
Got it. So the 2 guys in the heavy stubber.
Yeah. So the 12 shots going into your Aberrants, hitting on force. 6 hits and 1 reroll because of the Exalted guy. And nope. Exalted Sorcerer, that is. Not Champion. I'm not Corn. And then wounding on 5. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I will take that. That is
Ow.
5 wounds from Lasguns.
Alright, well, 5 ups. Here we go.
Made 3 of them.
So that's 3 good, and then 2 more from Feel No Pains.
Made 1, failed 1, which
Right.
is enough to finish the one guy off.
Yep.
Alright, next up is going to be the Rubrics firing down. 4 are in rapid fire, and the Infernal Bolt Pistol's in range, so I'm grouping it all together. So that is going to be a total of 12 shots, hitting on 3s. All of them hit with 2 rerolls, confirming that. So I missed 1 out of 12.
Good.
Still wounding on, no, wounding on 4s, because you're only tough 4 on those guys.
I think so, yeah.
That was not as good a wound roll. So 3 wounds with AP minus 2, though. So it's going straight to your feel no pains.
Yep, so 3 Feel No Pains.
Failed
Made
2.
1.
So that's another model gone.
Yep, I will choose from the opposite side.
Alright.
Who else is shooting?
And, yeah, oh, I forgot to finish
This
these
side.
guys. I forgot to finish these guys. So the 2 auto gun shots, same thing. Hitting on 4s. Both hit. Wounding on 4s. No wounds. And then the 3 shots from the heavy stubber, which did not move. 2 hits. And wounding on 3s. 1 wound, and you have a 4-up save because you're now on the hill.
Yay. 4 up. No. 1 more bites the dust.
Okay, and that's going to be it for my shooting. And I'm not declaring any charges, so...
Alright, so leaderships for the end of Tom's turn 3. They have leadership 7. They lost 3 models, so I'm now at leadership 4. So on a 5 or 6, I lose a model. That's a table. Alright, well. Sweet, 2, so no one leaves. So on to my turn 3 then. Alright, so movement for turn 3 Genestealers. I had this group just kind of move up at 6 inches, that group move up at 6, and the Magus moved in advance for an extra 2 inches. No, 1 inch, I believe. Yeah, 1 inch. Then over here, The two remaining aberrants moved up just to the edge. They're 6 inches. And I moved and advanced the Patriarch, because he can still charge after he advances. He got an extra 2 inches, so a total of 10 inches over to here. And after movement-wise, I'm going on to Psychic Powers, where I'm going to start way over there with, he is just in range for a smite, for the closest model right here.
Okay.
So, smite! A 5.
You know what?
Are you not in range to deny?
I'm going to save the +1 deny for this guy, and he's out of range to deny.
Okay.
So, yeah, sure, go ahead. Do
D3. 1. Suck it.
You.
Okay. And then for the Mass Hypnosis from the Patriarch, it's going to be going into the rubrics right here in front of him.
Yep.
Which this needs a 7. I got a 9.
And then denying with the Exalted Sorcerer.
Which you got an 11. It will be nice when I finally actually manage to cast it successfully.
Yes.
But not this day.
Not this day.
Not this day. Alright, in that case, I'm going to be doing shooting next. With those guys over here. There's nothing to shoot over here, so I need dice. So, starting off with the neophytes over here, with their auto guns going into the cultists over here. So, 9 shots, hitting on 4s. Missed 4 times. Wounding on 4s. For 1.
Okay. 1 5-up save. No, so another cultist goes down.
And then finishing off this group with the 4 shots from the seismic cannon going into the same guard. I keep wanting to say guardsman group.
Because they're guardsman models.
Yeah. So 4 shots, hitting on 5s because he moved. 2. And wounding on 4s.
Correct.
1.
1 5-up save.
6 shots from that group over there going into the guard as well. Going into the cultists as well. Hitting on 4s. 1. Wounding on 4s. Wound!
5-up. You know, I'll actually pull this guy now.
Because I'm now in your range for normal guns.
Also, that unit's probably dead anyway, so
Well, fair enough.
I'd rather have as many dudes over here to fight.
Fair enough. And then that should be it for shooting. I'm out of range for his pistol. And no guns still, so I'm over onto declaring charges. First charge I'm going to declare is the aberrants into the cultists.
Alright, so the cultists firing their Overwatch. 6 guys in rapid fire, so a total of 12 shots. Hitting on 6s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound.
1 5-up.
No.
1 5-up, feel no pain. No.
1 damage.
And I'm putting it on the pickaxe dude.
Alright, do you make your, 2 3-inch charge?
Yeah.
You got a 9,
yes.
so you make it.
I make that charge. And I'll fiddle them up on the hill in a bit. Next is going to be the Patriarch.
Okay, so all of my rubrics are going to be in rapid fire. Do you want to multi-charge anything, or just the rubrics?
It's just the rubric, so he's basically just going to sit here.
Yeah, so the rubrics firing their Overwatch, total of 15 shots, hitting on 6s. For 1. And then wounding on a 5 still. Wounded, AP -2, so you're 5-up in balls.
5-up. No.
Take 1.
Ow. I take 1. And then his charge. Almost. I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, we measured it out to be a 3-inch charge to get up the hill.
Yes.
Where his position is.
So, he'll hop right up here. Get nice into that charge right there. And these two get up on the hill. There we go. Because I can blatantly see you spending 2 command points to intervene.
He's going to gloriously intervene. Get within that 1 inch.
Okay.
Well, your first unit to charge, and you can't attack my dude. My HQ.
No, I cannot. This needs some thinking. Alright, so I'm going to be starting with my Patriarch going into the rubrics. He's got 6 attacks on him, hitting on 2s. All hit. And wounding on 3s, 6s matter. 2 6s. So that's probably 2 dead rubrics.
5 up invols.
Ah. Oh, yeah, and 1 miss.
Yeah, and 1 miss. So a total of 5 up invols. Because AP minus 3 base.
Yeah.
So, yep, 5 up invols. Don't make any.
You're going to spend those 2 command points to intervene?
Nope.
No?
No.
Oh. Alright, so starting with the Aberrant Hypermorph with his 6 attacks from his heavy improvised weapon going into the cultists. Hitting on 3s for 2 hits. And wounding on 2s for 1.
Hit. Herkblat.
And then 1 attack coming in from his Hypermorph tail, hitting on 3s.
Successful hits.
And wounding on 3s. Wounds.
He's only a 6 up base armor.
Ah. And then lastly, the one normal aberrant with his... The one normal aberrant. That's an interesting sentence. With his power hammer hitting on 4s. With 2 attacks, both hit.
So that's going to be wounding on 2s.
Yep. Both wound. That's 2 more
Just dead cultists.
dead cultists, which I didn't actually wipe the unit there.
Yep, 3 inch pile in.
Love me.
There are 3 attacks back because of the sergeant, or air quotes sergeant, hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound.
1 5 up. Made it. And then your amount of attacks into my...
Yep, I'll start off with these guys attacking first. 2 attacks from the regular Rubric Marines, hitting on 3s. Both miss. 2 attacks from the Aspiring Sorcerer's Force Stave, hitting on 3s. Both hit. Strength 5 on him, so I'm wounding on 4s. 1 wound. EP minus 1, I think, on a Force Stave.
Okay, so 5 up. Just check just to make sure.
Oh, you're going to be a 5 up invul either way.
Oh yeah, 5 up invul. 4! So it goes through.
Okay.
So after a quick review of the footage, I've got 1 more 5 up to make. Which I do not make. And then I have... Tom is allowing me to do the Feel No Pain for the wound prior. So I'm just going to do all 3 right now for the 3 6-ups.
I do 2d3 damage.
Oh, never mind. 2d3 damage.
For 4.
Okay. So...
It'd be 5 6 up.
It would be 5 6-up Feel No Pains. There we go. 5 6-up Feel No Pains.
Didn't make any.
No. I've got 1 wound left.
Alright, Exalted Sorcerer has 4 attacks, and he is hitting on 2s. We're rolling 1s because he's nearby himself, which I'm pretty sure I forgot to do earlier. So, all 4 successfully hit.
Oh, he rolls for all hits?
Yeah, all hits of 1.
Good job.
I think it might have mattered for the cultists. It didn't matter for the rubrics because they rolled 2s to hit.
Yeah.
So, all of those successfully hit. You have the Psychic keyword, and I have Seer's Bane, which doubles my strength. So right now I'm strength 8, so I'm wounding on 3s. Oh, okay.
Well,
that's going to be 1 successful wound. I am going to spend a command point for 2 successful wounds, and your 5 up invuls.
5 up invuls. I made 1.
Failed.
Or would you consider that cocked?
I'm fine with that one.
Okay. And then the 1 6-up. No, sorry.
You failed it anyway. But,
I failed it anyway, but...
Which is enough to kill your guy.
It is.
D3 for 2.
Well, he's dead anyway.
Yes. And then I'll spend 1 more command point on the Boon of Chaos Boon table because I
Okay.
killed the character.
Blah.
Boon of Zinch for successfully killing a character with my Warlord. And I got a 5. A 5 is perfect foresight. Hey, I gain a 6 up feel no pain.
Oh, you took my feel no pain.
Yes.
Alright, well, 1, that's Warlord kill for you.
Yes. And a unit kill, which is what we're doing.
Yes. That's
And
2 points for you.
I'm down to one command point with you.
Yay! Alright, I do believe that's the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm. Go home,
Blah.
guys. Go home, you flee.
Not even gonna roll for it? Or
leadership-
would they even make
I
it?
think leadership 7, and they took...
Most of their unit is
I think they
casualties?
took 8 casualties this turn.
They're gone. They're gone. They're...
You've done your job. I think for 44 points, I think they dealt enough wounds to your aberrants. I think they killed like 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, they put in work. Alright, so that is going to be the end of my turn 3 on to Thousand Suns turn 4.
All right. Before we get into turn 4 for the Thousand Suns, I don't make a morale for these guys. They're leadership 8 on the aspiring sorcerer, so they're down to leadership 3. They're fine.
Okay.
Alright, turn 4 movement for the Thousand Suns. The rubrics switched around to just get a couple shots down that way. Halbert stayed put. My Exalted Sorcerer shifted around. And, you know, in range to, I guess, do all the things that he needs to do. So on to Psychic Phase, starting off with a Smite. That's a 7, so that's D3 mortal wounds for 3. That could be enough to finish the squad.
Oh, they do have Feel No Pains.
Yep.
So, 3 6-ups. They're dead.
Well, that's 5 up, so 1's left.
Ah, true.
And then he's going to go ahead and Gift of Chaos on him. So, Warp Charge 6. I got it with a 9. And this is, I roll 1 dice, and if I get higher than your toughness, you take D3 plus 3 mortal wounds.
Okay. You got higher than my toughness.
Yes, so D3 plus 3 mortal wounds. And
Okay.
the D3 is a 3, so it takes 6 mortal wounds.
Okay, so 6 5-ups. 6 5-ups.
You actually made
Almost.
You almost made it.
I almost made that, except for the 1 and the 2. So he's dead. That's another point to you.
Yes. That wouldn't happen to have a character keyword on the Special Sergeant there.
It might. Let me check. Nope, no character keyword.
So the secondary effect of Gift of Chaos does not kick off. Alright, and then Baby Smite.
Alright.
I got a 9. So you can attempt to deny it with a squad.
Attempted an eye.
Hey, look,
A 12! I did.
Yeah.
Yay!
Okay, well that's it for Psychic. There isn't terrible much actually in range. It's just going to be these 2 Infernal Bolt Guns going down into that squad. Hitting on 3s. Both hit. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound. AP minus 2. I think you can get a 6-up on one of the guys on the hill.
Alright, yeah. 6 up on a hill. No.
So one of those guys go down.
You.
And that is going to be it for my turn.
Alright, so on to Genestealer's turn 4 then. Alright, so here we are for Genestealer Cult turn 4 movement. I had this group here move and advance off down from the hill over. They got a total of 5 extra inches, so that's pretty good. The Magus moved and advanced as well, just getting up to there. And then the 5 neophytes just moved to where they are now. With movement out of the way, onto Psychic, where I'm going to be attempting a smite from my Magus into the rubrics. So standard smite rules. I got a 6. So it's like baby smite.
Mm-hmm. And you are with range of my Exalted Sorcerer, so I'll use him.
Oh my god, I got off a power. You
Don't
don't.
roll. No. I got
Oh, yeah,
7.
you didn't use that command point. Never mind, you did not.
Did not use that command point, so I'm using my last one. That makes it a
just-
total of a 7.
Ah. Alright, so no psychic there. On to shooting. No one in the group of 10 can shoot because they moved and advanced. However, the group of 5 there, 3 of which are in rapid fire, so that's 8 total shots, hitting on 4s, going into the rubrics, of course. So that's 5 hits, and wounding on 5s. 1. Right there.
1 2-up save. I'm good.
Okay, yeah. Figured as much. Then I'm still not close enough to do any form of charge, not that I think I want to. And that's going to be the end of my turn.
Alright, turn 5 movement for Thousand Suns. Basically everything's shifted towards Mike's cultists, or hybrids, or acolytes.
Neophytes.
Neophytes, that's the word. So yeah, this is all that I have left in my army. So I'm going to just go straight to the psychic phase and start off with a smite. Smite! I got it! Are you
And in case you missed his point, it's going into this group of 5.
Yeah, well that's the closest unit.
Also true.
So are you going to attempt to deny?
I'm going to attempt to deny with the unit that was attacked.
Fair enough. I had a 7, you had a 7, so it goes to caster.
Yep.
So next up is going to be Exalted Sorcerer.
Do you want to do the damage for that?
It's one. It's from the baby.
Oh, it's a baby smite, so
Yeah.
boop.
Exalted Sorcerer now smiting.
Into the same target.
I got a 7 again, +1, so that's 8.
And I can't deny with that same group, so I'm going to use the... No, I really should save him. What did you roll for that?
I got an 8.
Which is a D3.
Yes, D3.
Alright, go ahead.
For 2.
Boop.
Alright, and then the last psychic power, the one that Mike's holding the thing back for.
Which you're going to get like an 11 with.
By the way, I'd like to point out the fact he's in the aura for his targeted +1 extra deny. Because he's infiltrate.
Damn it, I never thought about that. I never
It's
thought that
all-
he had 2...
If he has the correct keywords and he's within the aura, which he always is of himself.
Now I'm sad.
So he's going to go ahead and gift to Chaos Mike's Magos. For a total of a 7, which is enough to cast it. Can you beat a 7?
Let's find out. With a 4, I can't.
No.
I have 1 command point left. Do I dare use it now?
On a 4-up, I would get D3 +3 mortal wounds on your Magos.
Command point.
5.
No! I now have no command points and probably a dead Magus.
So I need to get higher than his toughness of 3. I got higher than his toughness of 3, so that's D3 +3 mortal wounds on him. For a total of 5 mortal wounds on the Magos.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. Let me check his wounds total. Well, he's dead. He only had 4 wounds, and now he's looking a little different.
The secondary effect of Gift of Chaos kicks off, which converts any character slain by its effect into a Chaos Spawn added to the Thousand Suns army. And it does not cost any reinforcement points, because it's not a reinforcement. It's a free add.
Nice. Well, nice for you.
Yes. So that's it for my Psychic phase.
Oh, God.
On to shooting. I'm going to go ahead and start off and have the Rubric squad fire all their shots into these 2.
Alright.
So 2 are in rapid fire and a pistol. So it's 5 shots, hitting on 3s.
Oh, my.
Good thing we get to reroll 1s because the nearby Exalted Sorcerer. Wow, 1 hit. Good job, guys. Wounding on a 3. Wounds, and that's a dead cultist.
Yeah.
AP -2. I mean, it doesn't super matter because I'm pretty sure he's going to flee anyway.
Oh. He lost 4?
Yeah, and
Leadership
the
7.
And the sergeant.
Oh, and the sergeant. Yeah, leadership 7.
So -4, so leadership 3.
He'll probably flee.
Alright, Hellbrute is going to use his heavy flamer down on those guys. D6 number of shots.
1.
well.
And you don't have a command point.
Wounding on a 3.
Wounds. 1's dead.
6 up. It's only AP minus 1. I'm heavy flank.
Oh! I'll put him back for a moment. 6 up. 1's dead. Boop. Oop, I'm sorry, Rocks. I didn't mean it.
Alright, well,
You're
he's going to fire his pistol down.
At the 1 or
At the,
group of 10? Well, group of 9 now.
You know, to deny you one more shot, I'm going to fire down at them.
Alright.
Hitting on a 2. Wounding on a 3. Yay. AP minus 2. Infernal pistol.
Okay, another one dead.
You probably don't want to pull your sergeant.
I don't want to pull my sergeant. Hey, look, it's this guy that's dead.
Okay, and yeah, that's it for shooting.
Are you going to charge?
Yeah, charges.
Are you going to charge?
Charges to declare he's going to charge into him. Yeah, he'll go into
just the one.
I am just declaring him. And I will rotate into your other squad, prevent shooting, and then he's going to charge the other squad. You'll get a bunch of attacks into my spawn that I won't be able to fight back against, but...
Yeah, but... Alright, 2 shots going into the spawn, hitting on 6s. No.
Charge distance. 7. And then rotate just to get within 1 inch to pull the other squad in. And Hellbrute charging down the hill, now that you can't fire Overwatch. 5's not enough.
Okay.
Because, yeah,
It's down the hill as well.
Yeah, it's like a 5 to make it into base plus the extra 1, so I needed like a 6 or better.
Yep.
Alright, the Chaos Spawn swinging into his targeted unit. He gets a d6 number of attacks for 3. And when he's in close combat, he has to roll a d3 and consult a table to see what special nonsense goes on. A 3. That is Toxic Hemorrhage. You reroll failed wound rolls with his unit until the end of the fight phase. So he's got his 3 attacks hitting on 4s. 3 attacks hitting on 4s. 2 hits, strength 5, so he's wounding on 3s. Well, all wound. And does his special thing. AP minus 2, so yeah.
That's just 2 dead.
Well, 1 dead.
Oh, yeah.
Can only kill the 1.
You can only kill the 1. And then, because you sidled in over to me, I get to attack and
Pile in.
Alright, so my attack's back. I've got 8 total attacks. 1 each from the 7 models and 2 from the sergeant, or sergeant equivalent. So, 8 attacks hitting on 4s, where I miss twice, and wounding on 5s, where I I wound twice. So 2 possible wounds.
Chaos Spawn only has a 5 up armor.
Alright.
He takes 2 wounds.
How many wounds does he have?
4. So he dealt half wounds to him, so.
Nice. Alright, and then that's the end of
My turn.
your turn, turn 5. On to my turn, turn 5, where I know exactly what I'll be doing. Alright, and turn 5 for Genestealer Cult. Probably the last turn for them. I've got the same number of 8 attacks. So, hitting on 4s. And not as good, so 3 attacks actually go in. And wounding on 5s. For 2 possible wounds.
2 5-up saves.
Oh, he lives. Alright, well, your attacks.
New fight phase, so roll d3. Grasping Pseudopods. I get to add 2 to my attack characteristic.
And does he still have d6 attacks?
Yep, d6 attacks. So a total of 7 attacks.
Ugh.
7 attacks. Wounding or hitting on 4s. Or 3. Wounding on 3s. For 3. That's 3 dead, your dudes.
Yep. And I'll just take from the back, except for the sergeant.
Okay.
Well, oh yeah, you can't shoot. You could have psychicked.
It's your turn.
You're correct. It is my turn. Never mind. Well, my turn's done. Alright, so combat now done. On to morals. If I get a 5 or a 6, I lose a model. No, they're still in it.
Well, do you want to roll to see if the game ends?
Sure. What is that? On a
1 or a 2, the game ends.
Alright, on a 1 or a 2, the game ends.
No. We're going on to turn
That's a 3. Turn 6.
Do you want the game to end?
No, I'm gonna GG. That's
Okay.
You're gonna wipe me out next turn, or your turn anyway.
Halbert walks down, the other ones walk down, psychic, and then charge.
Like even if this just moves over,
I'm not going to bother to move it.
just to get the heavy flamer in.
That'd be D6 number, so you got 5 guys.
Fair enough. Alright, but yeah, I thought I was gonna go well for me, but that Cult Ambush really messed me up.
Yeah.
Had a 5 or a 6 or hell even a 4, where I could have dropped it over here for the 1-inch up into his main units. But dice.
Yeah.
Also, I could have dropped him in at turn 3 where everything was closer.
Yeah. Attacked as one solid oomph.
Yep. Your tactic was started out as a potato on the hill, and then just reached out at everything that got close to it and just messed it up.
It's like, choose some from this. New thread over there. Choose some from over there. All right, that's done. Choose.
Yeah, it was a puddle.
Yeah.
It was a great puddle. Alright, well, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this Warhammer 40k game today here at Digital Woods, and we hope you have an excellent day. And, in case for when this comes out, a Happy New Year.